Hi, I'm Cornelia Bodner. I'm the CEO of Asteroid Limited. Asteroid Limited has recently moved from Hong Kong to Australia. In fact, we've moved to Perth, the mining capital of the world. You can see behind me there's BHP, Rio Tinto, all the big players there. We're really excited about the direction the company's been going lately. We've had some really big breakthroughs. We've recently just signed up to our second IEO. So we're on two of the world's top biggest exchanges now doing IEOs. We're on LA Token and we're about to go on P2P, B2B.io. A couple of days ago, David Packman, a journalist with over 730,000 YouTube subscribers, who was recently on the Joe Rogan show, reached out to the A-team at Asteroid Limited to discuss doing a sponsored video to describe the revolutionary BlockClaim process. Well, the first series was just released. Remarkably, David was able to capture the essence of the value and opportunity. As we all know, sometimes it's better to let somebody else tell our story. Mums, dads often do it best telling friends and neighbours how bright and gifted we are. In that same sense, after listening to David talk about Asteroid Limited, I thought fair dinkum, everyone should listen to his description. I think you might be surprised. It's a clear, very concise, logical and well presented description of the opportunity at hand. Take a few moments to listen to what we believe will be the new Bitcoin of space. Space could and should and must be ours.
Okay, today I am going to take a few minutes to tell you about a company called Asteroid Limited who has sponsored this video, and I'm going to discuss some of the big ideas that they have in the realm of space exploration and what they're doing to try to enable people to stake claims on celestial bodies in our solar system as our ability to explore those celestial bodies rapidly advances. What they're doing is pretty novel and bold, which is what makes it experimental, but it's also what makes it fascinating at the same time, the fact that we've not seen anything like this attempted before. What Asteroid Limited is mostly dealing with is the concept of asteroid mining. I recently recommended on the show a great sci-fi book by Daniel Suarez about asteroid mining. And asteroid mining is the act of extracting raw materials from asteroids. Of course, an asteroid being more or less anything that's orbiting the sun that isn't a planet or a comet. They can be as big as 600 miles across, and they very commonly pass by Earth just tens of thousands of miles away. And in 2019 alone so far, 6 asteroids have come within 50,000 miles of the Earth. One asteroid earlier this year actually came within 9,400 miles of the Earth. Just for perspective, the Earth itself is about 7,900 miles in diameter. So we're not talking about something passing by that far at all. It's also the consensus that we on Earth will most likely run out of our important industrial metals sometime in the next 60 or so years, metals like zinc, lead, gold, copper. We already have a space exploration industry that's worth hundreds of billions of dollars, and lots of experts are speculating that we might be about a decade or two away from technology to mine asteroids for metals. And that could be necessary if we want to sustain our industrial activity and technological development here on Earth at the current level. Whether we should for moral or sustainability reasons is a different question, but this is sort of a mathematical reality. So there would be potential for aerospace companies who are able to develop spaceflight technology necessary to do this, and it's undoubtedly one of their motivations right now. Now, really no one at this point is saying that asteroid mining will never happen. We seem to know that it's coming. It's more a matter of when and how we approach it, and how are we going to figure out who is entitled to lay a claim to asteroids for ownership. Right now, NASA estimates suggest that all of the asteroids in the solar system, most of which reside in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, are worth about $700 quintillion to humans. That's about $100 billion of value per person currently on Earth. And because most of the solar system's asteroids are in this belt, which is relatively close to Earth, it's realistic that we'd have the capability of unlocking at least some of that value within the current century. Now, there are some established documents that govern some of this ownership, which we've already talked about on the show before. You've got the Outer Space Treaty of 1967. That was signed by 132 countries. No government, nation, or state can claim sovereignty of outer space and celestial bodies like asteroids. The premise around Asteroid Limited is that individuals in the private general public should have the right to claim the future mining rights of asteroids today, and that it should be done democratically, and that the big space industry corporations shouldn't be the only beneficiaries of this just mind-blowing amount of value, resources, and wealth that could come, that will come from mining asteroids. Asteroid Limited wants us to think about this being analogous to the internet. The internet itself is owned by no one, but we can claim .com domains. You would have been smart to claim certain domains in the late 90s and early 2000s because they would have accumulated a lot of long-term value. But how would someone stake a claim to an asteroid? Where would the records be kept? How are the claims validated? These are the problems that Asteroid Limited wants to solve. Their answer is blockchain. Asteroid Limited sees itself as modeling this process after ICANN, I-C-A-N-N. That's the organization that maintains the databases to facilitate allocating internet namespaces like domains. The Asteroid Limited blockchain would be immutable. It's a decentralized ledger that would store the claims. There are 600,000 asteroids in the solar system that have already been identified and cataloged, and you could codify them in this blockchain ledger. The Asteroid Limited smart contract would enable a cryptocurrency called Aster coins, which could be used to buy and sell these claims. And here are the specifics of how it would work. A person would obtain what's called a block claim from Asteroid Limited, which will keep within the Asteroid Limited blockchain ecosystem the record of your claim to the future mining rights of the asteroid. The block claim is a proprietary mechanism to the Aster coin ecosystem. And the idea is that the ecosystem's cryptocurrency, the Aster coin, would be one of the first self-sustaining cryptos, in contrast to something like Bitcoin, which merely functions as virtual gold or an asset that can be held and converted back into fiat as needed. Asteroid Limited believes that the block claim economy would operate more like a fiat currency, where value is judged based on the buying power of the currency. The cost of one block claim registration will be fixed to one Aster coin, regardless of the value of the Aster coin when it was obtained in the market. Once the Aster coin is collected as payment, it would then cycle back into the market through Asteroid Limited's treasury. So every block claim registration is secured by an Aster coin on Asteroid Limited's Ethereum blockchain, which is what would promote the regular usage and liquidity and growth of Aster coin as a currency. At least that's the goal. The idea would be that as space exploration grows, so would the value of Aster coin. We would have immediate liquidity through consistent registrations of block claims, but the real potential would be in the possibility of Aster coin continuing to be circulated long term. Right now, the more than 600,000 identified asteroids in the solar system are valued by what's called spectral analysis, which takes into account the composition of the asteroid, its mining attributes, its trajectory and distance from the Earth at different future points in time. Upon the launch of the block claim ledger, each asteroid's value would be apportioned into a certain number of block claim tokens, each token representing $1 million of value, with each individual block claim at a price of one Aster coin per claim. So for example, I think this is best illuminated via an example. If you have an asteroid that has $82 billion of estimated value, these are actually not unrealistic numbers for the value of an asteroid's contents, and a block claim is valued at $1 million, that asteroid would have a total of 82,000 block claim tokens available for registration. Each of those block claim tokens is a fractional mathematical representation of an asteroid expressed as a percentage of the total claim. Over time, As the asteroid ledger evolves, valuation modeling of the claim would increase based on the number of claims that are left on that asteroid, its proximity to Earth, the market value of its composition, which of course would be affected by the prices of precious metals here on Earth. And this would create a sort of natural demand for certain asteroids, which are more viable to mine on the basis of their characteristics. So once a block claim is registered, a claim will be identified and stored in an immutable record, cryptographically secured in the blockchain via that BlockClaim token, and the value of the BlockClaim could be tracked via Asteroid Limited's online platform and their registration dataset. The Asteroid BlockClaim exchange would allow individual block claims to be traded and exchanged in an online marketplace through potential mining co-ops that are established by claimants as well. The goal would be to position the Aster token as a transactional currency both presently through the BlockClaim mechanism as well as in the future were it to become the digital currency of mining asteroids. The BlockClaim mechanism would closely parallel the registry that ICANN uses to register internet domains. On the BlockClaim platform, Asteroid Limited will provide a lookup table, which they call a WHO claim, for the public recording of claims and the provision of private prohibitions when desired by the claimant for a small fee. The lookup table would include data like the asteroid's name, the type, its distance from Earth, its mineable value, the diameter, its composition, the registered block claim value, the date the block claim was created, the expiration date for the registrar, the names of any resellers. Right now, the idea is that each Aster token has an intrinsic value of about $1,000 due to the $200 billion worth of block claims that would be held in reserve by Asteroid Limited through their registration of 200,000 block claims following the launch of the platform. As Asteroid Limited sees it, Aster coin would then have a life beyond the ICO, unlike many tokens being created through ICOs these days, because Aster coins will be the only supported cryptocurrency for making block claims. As we speak about what Asteroid Limited is working on, they are working on the completion of the Asteroid BlockClaim Ecosystem development in order to launch that claim platform. There's an iOS and an Android mobile app which will be deployed. The goal of those is to make the claim registration process just easier for people. This is in development as well. This is a very ambitious project. It won't be without many challenges and hurdles, many of which may even be unforeseen at this point. But they're dealing with a problem that may very well be something we have to deal with soon. Asteroid mining seems to be the direction we're heading in. It's what people bring up in just about any conversation about finite metal resources on Earth and how we're going to deal with it. And undoubtedly, we will need to put in place ways of figuring out and organizing the ownership of territory and assets that exist beyond Earth. At this point, doing something like this on blockchain seems like as viable an option as any other. It'll require a high level of acceptance and adoption in order to succeed, but that's the case with almost any project that works this way. I really enjoyed learning about Asteroid Limited and everything they're doing, and I want to thank them for sponsoring this video. I'll be doing another video about the project pretty soon where I'll go deeper into how it all works. And in the meantime, I encourage you to check out the project for yourself. Go to asteroidltd.com. I've also put a link right underneath this video. And of course, no financial suggestions of any kind are being made by me in this video. Anything that is a decision that you're making about your money, you should do your due diligence. And I am not purporting to give anybody advice about what to do.